engines on Topham Railway are busier than ever. Other jobs are carried around, and the engines like to be really useful. Most of the engines visit Sodor to help for a little bit from the railway, and most of the engines often like to be really useful, and most of the engines don't mind other engines visiting Sodor, and the engines notice it's awesome. Most of the engines like to be part of Topham Railway, and most of the engines often visit Sodor to help, and they don't mind. One day, Percy was at the Smudger Station Harbor talking to Sunshine, and Big Mickey's brother was loading some supplies into Percy's trucks. Percy was telling Sunshine about where he ended up at the mines, and that he was brave, and that he was been put upon from it. And then I pushed Scruffy and the other trucks into the coal mines, and then they got into an accident, and the mines collapsed, and then I went backwards, and then there was an avalanche. But then I went to a canvas barrier by the track, and it had saved me and my driver and fireman, and I came just in time. And Sir Topham had said that I was brave, and I got repainted at the works. And it was crazy, but I was so brave. Put upon indeed, you were so brave, just like when you deal with the pirate tugs. Yeah, indeed, Sunshine. I wish I could help Zack for a little bit. Zack is having those problems, and I have to take his freight train later, and his passenger train, and I'm going to be late to take the mail train later, and it's going to be difficult. Don't worry. I'm sure you still got this, Percy. Like, one of the engines did help you, and you and Edward did help Thomas when he got to the wrong directions. When he dropped off the passengers and the animals to the wrong places. You know what? You're right. I did help Thomas. Me and Edward did help him. See, Big Mickey's brother's right. I know it's been difficult, but I'm sure you got this, Percy. Thanks, Sunshine. Because everyone knows you're really useful, Percy. Just like when you ended up at the flooded track and that you made it across helping Thomas when you took his passengers for him. You know what? You're right, Sunshine. Everyone knows I got this. Time to go, Percy. Oh, sorry, I have to go. I'll see you later. And thanks, Sunshine. Thanks, Big Mickey's brother. And with that, Percy went off. So, Zip and Sug backed up to their barge, and then the barge exploded. Well, the load did, and it was funny when Zip and Sug went off like that. Well, that was surprising for them. Indeed it was! Later, Zack was doing okay. Later, he was doing so well, and he was right on time. Looks like I'm doing things so better now. At least I didn't broke down again. And Zack was happy that things are getting better. Later, Percy was shunting trucks at the coal yards. The trucks were saying mess of things about Zack. Zack is so clumsy. Yeah, and he always had problems, and he was always making things difficult. Hey, shut up! Zack is doing awesome! And Percy banged the trucks. Zack is doing awesome, and you guys are just talking nonsense. So just put a cork in it, you stupid trucks. You're just making us difficult. Oh, are we? Yeah, are we? You're just making us difficult. Like you're still too slow. Hey, things are fine after it. I'm always on time, you trucks. And you guys know that. Especially you, Scruffy. You're just being difficult. Oh, I don't know, Percy. You're still talking nonsense. I am not, Scruffy. I'm just letting you guys know that Zack is having an awesome day, and you should just leave him alone. And with that, Percy just went off without saying anything else. Wow, I didn't know his could be such a big problem. I know, Scruffy. His is just being nonsense. I heard that! You know what, guys? Maybe Bruno's right. Maybe we should give one of them a break. Just saying. Later, Zack was taking some trucks from Potterton yards to Baron Furness. He ran through the station at Crew, where D261 is taking passengers. Oh, another smelly engine. Oh, shut up, Bowler! No one's telling you! And Zack just went off without saying anything else. Stop calling me that! Ugh. It's so irritating. Ugh. Can't believe I was so insulted by another engine! Well, at least yours is not a problem since what happened when you ended up at Bertram Station. Nobody's telling you, Murdoch! Well, at least I still have my miniguns and my missile launcher after Smudger had bowed out Stanley, and he didn't notice it. I think he already knows. Whatever! I'm still really useful. Whatever. You're just being foolish, and most of it's just got into your motor. No, it didn't! And you're just talking crazy, Murdoch. And it's so difficult since I got a stupid hat got stuck into my Aaron tank. But at least that problem's fixed. Anyways, gotta go. Got a freight train to take from Burlington to Brendan Docks, and 17's waiting for me. And he probably is waiting for help. See you later, Bowler, and try not to get another hat stuck in your Aaron tank. Oh, put a cork in it, Murdoch. Ugh. Dang it. Always keeps happening. Well, at least it wasn't a problem. Ugh. Nobody's telling you, driver. I'm just saying, Bowler. Ugh. Oh, you really got him there. I did indeed. At least I also still have my rail spike at the in front of my front, which is hidden somewhere. Just saying. Later the next day, Richard was in the yards and Percy talked to him about Zack. I'm just not sure. I didn't know his could be a big problem. Well, it is a big problem for Zack. And I'm sure his day is still fine. That's the thing, Richard. I didn't know most of it could be a problem for Zack, like when he broke down since Kana had helped him. I just don't know. Well, at least it's not as difficult as the accident I had before Henry had saved me from scrap. Wait, you had ended up in an accident? Well, I did. Can you please tell me? Are you sure you want to know? Of course I do. Well, I guess I'll tell you. And this is where Richard tell Percy about it. It was long before I was saved from scrap. There were a few diesels and a few engines. And things were fine during it. And later I was busy taking freight trains. I don't mind, I just think pulling freight trains was okay. After I often take a few passengers, and I don't mind taking freight trains. Later one day, I was at the harbor getting ready to take a special train to the other part of the line. My driver were waiting as things were getting ready, and I was waiting for my train to be ready. But then we heard the alarm. Did you hear that, driver? I do, Richard. It sounds like an alarm. But what is it? I don't know, but I think we should go. We don't want to be late. You know what? You're right, driver. And so everything was ready, and I went off, taking my special train to the other part of the line. And I left the harbor. I headed down the line and I was doing fine, but then I noticed one of my trucks were on fire. Quick, Richard, we have to go! This truck in the middle is full of explosives. Then let's hurry! I hurried down the line with the truck in the middle of my freight train set to flames. Emergency! Emergency! Clear the line! I knew I had to help everyone. I went faster down the line. We're almost there, Richard. Keep going. I'm trying my best. And I headed down the line, but then things got a bit stiff. Quick, Richard, we're almost there. Oh crap, there's a bend on the track. My driver tried to put on the brakes, but it was too late. Hurt, but I had crashed into a shed and I was okay, but a little damage. And the trucks that I was pulling had exploded, and a few remains of the trucks that I was pulling were okay. My driver and fireman had went out, and my driver and fireman are okay. And my conductor from the brake van, he had a little bruise, but he'll be okay. I was alright, but I was damaged. That's where I noticed it. I was fine, but I was damaged from the accident. But I was so relieved that I made it out, and that I was still alive, and everything is okay. I was feeling a lot of pain since I got into that accident, and my side rods were damaged during it, and I could still notice it, and I felt the pain from it, and it was messed up. And that's where it happened, and it's where where it happened, where Henry had saved me from scrap. Wow, Richard. I didn't know it could happen like that. I know, Percy, but when I heard about what happened to Zack, it reminds me of it. But I'm sure things will be fine for Zack. And I know he already got it. Percy was a bit unsure, but he knew Richard's right. At least it's not as difficult than my access to coal mines, since I was been put upon. Later that night, Zack talked to Henrietta and Daisy about it. I'm just not sure. It's like everything's just been difficult. At least mine is still awesome since Kana helped me, but I noticed things are a little difficult. And I just noticed things have been a big problem.
It's okay. I'm sure everyone knows you're really useful. You know, I used to have problems with Richard, but then things are fine.
Yeah, things are fine. Like, I did got repainted for my reward, but I wish things are better after I got into a few accidents and after I broke down. It's like it's just been difficult.
Oh, Zack. Sir Topham Hat knows you're really useful, and I'm sure like everyone knows you try your best.
You really think so, guys? Even though I did try my best, even though it has been a problem, you notice I already got it?
Indeed. Now, well, you don't mind, I'm trying to get some sleep on highly sprung rail car, like me needs it.
And with that, Daisy just went to sleep. You know what? Maybe you're right, guys. I still try my best, even though it's gonna be a big problem. Like, I'll probably get into like another accident.
Cheer up, Zack. Maybe soon everyone will soon understand that you're a true asset to the railway.
You know what? You're right, Henrietta. And you know what? I'm sure my day will be awesome. Just like when I took Cassim to Fickerstown Station, and I took him all the way to Potterton Station to see Aladdin. And I'm sure my day will be awesome. And Zack felt much better. The next day, Zack was getting ready to take some passengers from Nafford Station all the way to Potterton Station. I'm sure I'll get there on time. Me and John Smith knows you got this. Zack, just keep listening to yourself, and everyone will notice that you're an enterprising engine and that you're special. Thanks, Pocahontas. You're an awesome friend, and I'll try my best. And I'm sure my friends will notice that I'm really useful. Later, the passengers had already gone into the coaches, and the conductor blew the whistle, and Zack went off. I'll try my best. I'll try my best. We knew you got this, and we're coming along. We're coming along. And Zack headed down the line, knew he already got it. Oh, Zack, I'm sure your friends already know that. Zack headed down the line. He was doing so well, and the passengers noticed he was right on time. He went out of Henry's tunnel and headed down the line.
Going, Zack. Go for it. I know you got this.
Thanks, Boco. Just try my best, and no problems.
At least he doesn't have any problems.
Indeed, Boco. At least he's doing so well. Zack headed down the line. He went over Gordon's Hill. Then he felt something. Oh, so difficult. Don't worry, Zack. You got this. I know you can make it. I could make it. I could make it. Almost before he realized it, Zack noticed he made it to the top. I made it! I done it! I done it! Well done, Zack. You made it! On the way, Zack went through the station, went past 17 in the city of Truro. Looks like Zack is doing well. Indeed, city of Truro. Like he's doing so well. And you know what? 17.9 noticed Zack is doing awesome. Later, Zack arrived at Potterton Station, and night had came, but Zack came right on time. Pip and Emma were there, and one of them are impressed. Wow, you came early, Zack. Yeah, sorry it took too long, but I made it over Gordon's Hill, and I did so well. Well, at least you came on time. Soon the passengers got into the coaches, and Pip and Emma went off. And Zack knew his day has been awesome. I knew I made it, and it was worth it. And Zack felt much better, and he was happy that he had made it. Later the next day, Zack talked to Thomas and Percy about it. And Percy was happy that his friend was able to make it, and he felt sorry for Zack. Looks like you did made it. And I did, and I didn't have any problems, Percy. I'm so happy that you made it, and I'm surprised that the passengers noticed you did awesome. I know, and City of Truro noticed it, and Pip and Emma were impressed I made it on time. And you did so well getting to Potterton Station on time, Zack. Thanks, Thomas. Just knew I did awesome. And it looks like you did. And it was thanks to you, Percy. And you know what, Percy? I just knew it's been an awesome day. Indeed it has. And Percy have to agree with Zack. And Zack was happy that he had made it, and he knew he had an awesome day, and it made him really useful. And welcome to Sodor, Zack. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. And Zack was happy that he had been a really useful engine. And Zack was happy that he had been a really useful engine, and that he is a true asset to Sir Topham Hatt's Railway. And you know what, Percy? I'm so happy that I get to be part of Sir Topham Hatt's Railway, and it has been awesome. I know, and I think you're still awesome. And Zack could just agree with Percy. And you know what, Zack? You don't also have to worry about it, because Henry's at the works and Henry's taken your passenger train. Really? But who also took my freight train? Well... why do I have to take freight trains? This is so difficult. Hey, D261, at least yours is not as difficult since you got a hat stuck in your air tank, bowler. Stop calling me that. It's really irritating. It looks like you're being harsh on yourself. Maybe you should give yourself a break, bowler. Why? Wow. What's his problem, Murdoch? I don't know, Bruno. But it must have been something he caught in his errand tank. I don't know what it is, but Bowler must have been having some problems during it. Yeah, indeed, Murdoch, indeed. I knew you had came. Sorry about it, lady. Just been shunting trucks as well as we've taking passengers to the other part of my branch line, and I helped Gordon over Gordon's Hill. And I had to help Philip shunt trucks for a little bit. But things are fine during it. So, is he coming? Yeah. He's coming from the UK, and he's trying to let Smudger know. And Max Detective's gonna let him know when he is heading to the island of Sodor, and I'm sure they'll get the reports about the masked engine. I knew he noticed in that he is coming. And are you sure Thomas will try to talk to Timothy when he gets to the iOS? I'm sure he will, and I'm sure Smudger will deal with them and smear the masked engine. And what is the iOS manager gonna do? I don't know, but I heard it's gonna be corrupted like the iOS itself. But I'm sure you'll let Thomas know because he's a really intelligent and you'll find a way. Don't worry, I'll let him know, lady. I knew you will, Edward. Anyways, you gotta go before Topham knows where you're at. Or the other engines. Oh, right. And I'm sure Smudger got this. I sure hope Smudgers and Barnett will deal with them. I feel like the worst is about to come. Eventually.